So, checked into the Holiday Inn Express here in Columbia, South Carolina. And I'm on the treadmill. If somebody walks in the room, I'm going to stop the video. It's going to look real awkward. But, so, a little bit ago, I go to a restaurant right around the corner. And sitting there, ordered a beer, ordered a steak, sweet potato, salad, having a conversation with some people that were talking about grills, Weber grills, and different food cooking products, cast iron skillets. And the steak comes out. I ordered it medium. Sorry folks, I like a medium steak. It comes out well done. Still juicy though. So I took a bite of it, whatever. I'm sitting at the bar. Bartender asks me, "How's the steak?" And I told him, "Well, it's actually well done. It's still juicy though." He says, "Hold on, I'll order another one. I'll get you a new one," something like that. So I'm like, okay. I sit there and enjoy the sweet potato, engage in the conversation, have a good time. Eventually, the new steak comes out. It's medium, perfectly cooked. Sit there, wait a couple minutes, let it rest at the table. And I ate about half the steak, and I already had a box with the other steak. That I said, okay, what do I do with this old steak? And the lady who was behind the counter said, "Do you have a dog?" And I'm like, "Well, no, but okay. Just give me a box, I'll take it." So I put it in the box. I put the new steak, and I brought out another sweet potato, which I'm like, okay, great. So I put that in the box. And I'm sitting there, just hanging out, whatever. The guy next to me says something about, well, that sucks that the steak was overcooked. Basically, he goes back and forth, and he's eating salmon. He's like, "I'm gonna send my salmon back." His salmon's gone. He's eating it all. He's basically saying he's gonna send his food back and complain so he can get a free meal, because he thinks I'm just trying to get a free meal. At one point, it kind of hit me now. I've had a couple beers, to be honest about it. Nothing bad happens, like violently. Hold on, I want this thing to cool down. Hold on, let me keep this thing going. I'm just gonna start it over again. Okay, well, I'm gonna start the treadmill back up again in a second here. Here we go. So anyway, it becomes clear that this guy sitting next to me, this older white gentleman, I guess I want to say gentleman, thinks that I'm trying to get a free meal. And the bartender happened to be probably about my age, black man, so that's only so important. But the reason why I'm bringing it up, and I'm like, this customer next to me starts to basically accuse me of saying all this stuff to get a free meal. And at first I'm like, I had to stop for a second and say, is this a racist moment? But I thought about the conversation that I had heard him have with the bartender, and it seemed like they had a decent rapport, like he was a regular customer. And the bartender verified that, and the guy apparently was concerned because he's seen customers come in there and they'll, like a lot of people do. People do. They'll complain about some food so they can get a free meal. Now, I used to serve tables at Ponderosa Steakhouse in Waterford, Michigan. I used to work at a Red Lobster, a couple other restaurants or whatever. I know people do that all the time. It's nothing new. So I said, okay, I don't deal well with conflict. Little conflict comes up and my heart starts racing. And I'm like, how do I handle this situation? And set this older person, he's an older man, but period, set him straight. Like, look, I'm not the one. Don't mess with me. I'm not a violent person. And I'm not articulate enough to cuss somebody out, to be honest about it. I'm not going to sit here and cuss you out. So I basically told him, it's none of your business what I'm doing. And then explained the situation to him. Like, look, I just drove 8.5 hours. I'm a father. I'm a band director. I've got a grandchild. And my son is an angel. It's not none of your business what I'm doing. And so, then the bartender comes over, kind of tries to help restore the conversation, and the guy tries to fist bump me, the customer, like, okay, I'm sorry. I'm like, no, I'm not going to accept that apology. We're going to sit here and talk about this. He tries a couple times. I'm like, no, we're not done. We're not done here. We're going to talk about this. And you're going to tell me at what point you thought I was trying to steal something. And we sat there and talked about it, and I said, okay, I understand. I used to wait tables myself. And I know people do that. I'm not trying to do that. And on one level, somebody watching this would say, oh, that racist, da-da-da-da-da. Maybe he was, maybe he wasn't. I don't know. Maybe it was just somebody somebody being concerned that someone else was taking advantage of somebody. Maybe it was any number of things. But, my whole goal in that moment was to make it very clear. You've accused me of something, and this conversation is not over until we restore some sense of something here. So I said to him, no. We're not done talking until we restore this conversation and leave here feeling like we've built something. And then we talked. And he explained his side of it. I explained, which I didn't have to explain anything. I mean, I'm just sitting there as a customer. But I decided I was going to go ahead and do that. And I'm not saying I'm right. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I should have just said forget it and moved on. But I'm not going to let someone, I'm not going to let, I made it very clear. You're not going to sit here and just accuse me of something and then try to act like it's all good. At the same time, I understand you have a concern. Because I've been on the side of that as a server where people have taken advantage of the system. So I don't know. I'm not saying that there's any amazing conclusion to this story, but that's just a situation that just happened that I was going to write down the details, but I'm still on the treadmill. So if you have thoughts, questions, comments, leave me a comment. And all right, peace.